going on with you, bro?
Hey, another day.
Most definitely, another dollar.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome to Cultivated Exchange, real conversations where we talk about life topics. This includes relationships, mindsets, and experiences that shape our lives.
Plus more.
Stay tuned. So, before we get into it, my name is CJ, and I'm your host. And with me today, I have a special guest. It's my bro.
E-man, how y'all doing?
So, we're going to be talking about how our mindset shape our lives. And so, before we get into it, this is the first episode, y'all. This is the first episode. So make sure y'all tune in. And so I want to talk to y'all about why I started the podcast. So I feel like when it comes down to conversations, they impact our lives in so many ways. Since we are little, growing up, we listen, we watch, we see things that shape our lives and don't really necessarily know about it. And so this podcast is to talk about those real conversations about just life, how you think, how you feel, what you know, and
He
just
don't, he don't know a lot, y'all. He don't know a lot.
just to get to, like I said, and you have anything, drop in the comments, whatever you want to hear, let us know. So let's get to it. Today we're gonna be talking about how our mindset shape our lives. And so before we even get down to the questions, I want to talk about old mindsets first. So, what would be an old mindset that you think you had?
Old mindset. I would definitely say an old mindset that I had, and this is just a young thing. Like always thinking I'm right, you know. Like no matter in every situation that I was in, uh, whether it be with somebody that I grew up with or somebody that I don't know, you know, like I always felt as if though I was right in the situation. Like it didn't even matter what like the situation was, you know. So
Yeah, I agree with that. He always thought he was right.
what?
So for me, I think it comes down to three things
Okay.
when it comes to a mindset.
Okay.
First, it's especially my mindset. Listen to others.
Okay.
Another thing would be
You don't you know you're not good at that, but man.
I'm good at that.
All right.
Another thing would be probably internet,
Okay.
social media.
That's a great one. Okay. Okay.
The last thing would be when it comes to like old mindsets is I guess you say like stuck in my own ways as far as I think I know it all. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Okay.
So
Okay.
those three things was my old mindset.
Okay.
Thinking I know it all,
Mm-hmm.
not trying to listen to nobody
You
else.
said the thinking you know it all. That was an old one.
It was old.
You sure?
Yeah,
Okay.
positive.
Okay. I was,
And so as we look back in the past and looking about mindsets, right?
Mhm.
It brings me to this topic: fixed mindset versus growth mindset.
Yeah.
Right now in life, where you at?
I would say currently I'm in the fixed mindset, but I'm trying to make my way into the growth mindset. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the being in a fixed mindset, I would say a lot of that has to do with me being in college right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm only trying to worry about the things that I have to worry about right now. You know, and I feel as if though, once I graduate, I actually, get on my own, start doing the things that I want to do and that I plan to do, like trying to achieve my goals and stuff. I will make it into the growth mindset. You know. So,
Okay. So
what about you, like?
for me, I'd say I'm at growth mindset.
Okay.
Uh, I feel like self development is very important.
Mm-hmm.
Just because you should want to grow, you should want to venture out, learn other people's perspectives.
Mm-hmm.
So be open minded. There's a lot of people in this world right now are closed minded, and I think that's affect a lot of people, and they not know it.
Okay.
I feel like my old mindset, I probably like stressed a lot, overthought or overthink a lot, just because I always try to be perfect.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Try to do this the right way.
Yeah.
And one thing I have found out is comfort is the enemy to growth.
Comfort is the enemy to growth.
comfort is the enemy to growth.
Okay, can you elaborate on that?
So when you know what I'm saying, you learning new things, you trying new things, you get to a point where I'm comfortable. You get comfortable, you don't want to go outside of that.
Mm-hmm.
You stuck where you at. You want to be where you at. You don't want nobody to bother you. You don't want to try new things. You don't want to try to venture out, try new places, new foods, stuff like that, because you already experienced what you got now, and so you don't want to see what's next. And I think sometimes it comes to a point where like I said, comfort is the enemy to growth, because I could be comfortable and never reach my potential. I could be comfortable and never push myself for more. And so the people that look at me, they might feel the same way. And so I'm not even helping them grow. Yeah. And that's another thing that brings me into is it matters who you be around.
Okay.
It matters 100% who you be around, because as you grow,
yeah, you definitely got to watch the company you keep. Yeah.
When you grow, you going to lose some people too, though. And you got to be okay with that. You can't please everybody. Because when you get to a certain point, for instance, what age do you think you change your mindset?
I would say that for me, it was definitely like trying to transition into adulthood. So that would be from like going from high school into like the college life, trying to make friends and see where I fit in.
So, question: did you keep the same friends that you had in high school to college?
No, I didn't, and it's because I would say it's because I'm from a smaller town. Like everybody knew everybody. So whenever I like ventured out, I tried to get as far away from the people that reminded me of the city that I was from. So I really didn't like keep the friends. I went to college kind of to make new friends.
Okay, so from high school to college, did your mindset change?
Definitely.
Okay.
Because like some of the things that you're exposed to in college, like you can only experience it in college.
Yeah.
So like those experiences are something that I'm grateful for. Like I'm glad that I went to college because it gave me some lessons that I'm gonna have for the rest of my life. So yeah, I would definitely. Yeah.
So was it good experiences, bad experience? Do you think it changed for the good, the better, or the worse?
I would say it was probably half and half. Like half of the things that happened that like it helped for the better, and some of the things like I was like it might have hindered me in a way. So yeah.
Okay.
But for the most part, like you were saying, like every situation is an opportunity to learn. So like even the bad stuff that happened to me, I feel like I've learned something from it. Yeah.
So that's a great point. Like you said, everything that you do, whether it's good or bad, you go learn something from it. So what is one? I would say, what is one of your hardest lesson that you learned out of life?
One of the hardest lessons I learned in life. It goes back to what I was talking about earlier. Like for me, like I'm a person that it's hard. It's hard to kind of like change my mindset. Like I'm a person who's stuck in their ways, who think there is all. Most of the time, I think I'm right. So, like, yeah, I would definitely say like that has been something that I've been trying to work on. So.
I think it's very important to, like I said, when it come down to, cause like I said, when I was little, I'm trying to do everything perfect. You know what I'm saying? And so
I was there.
I gotta be okay with being wrong. I gotta be okay with failure. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be okay to fail. But the problem is when you do fail, you gotta learn a lesson.
Can you speak from personal experience and like tell me a time where like you learned from a situation and it helped you for the better and like you can remember like thinking back to that situation like oh.
All right, so for me, I'll go based off college. So seeing or watching how people went to school, going to class on time. For me, I always, you know what I'm saying, I went to class on time, but it was a point where in high school I was more grades A's and B's, A's and B's, A's and B's. When it got to college, I feel like I slacked a little. You know what I'm saying? Just because I got comfortable. I got comfortable with people saying, "Oh, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay." You know what I'm saying? And so something switched in my mind that it's okay. You know what I'm saying? And so to bring it back to, you know what I'm saying, when it came down to failure, I'm big on, for instance, if I failed a test, because like I said, I feel like the world was ending if I failed a test. You know what I'm saying? And so if I failed a test, most of the time I will beat myself up.
You felt a lot on this.
Nah, I ain't feeling. Most of the time I would beat myself up and wonder why. You know what I'm saying? I think about, because like I said, when I was back then, overthinking too much. You know what I'm saying? Overthinking what could I have done better. And most of the time I probably didn't think, okay, I'm probably thinking about the wrong thing, or I'm thinking about something I can't control. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing. Stuff you can't control should not affect the way you think as well. I feel like, because there's nothing you can do about it. And so like I said, going back to school or whatever, when I got to school, like I said, they were like, C's okay. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I had no big deal. People, it's still okay. But for me,
C's get degrees.
I didn't want to get comfortable in that mindset. You know what I'm saying? And so I learned to change the way, like, I did my work. You know what I'm saying? As far as, okay, make sure I go to class on time. Make sure I'm listening. You know what I'm saying? Make sure I'm doing the homework. Make sure I'm asking questions in that aspect. And so, um, but learning, knowing that it's okay, you know what I'm saying? It's okay to fail, because I know I'm gonna try better next time. Uh, Nobody's perfect. Um, so for me, I'm big on learning. I'm big on learning. I'm big on self development.
Okay.
I'm gonna do whatever. For me, I'm open minded. I'm gonna do whatever, even if I don't know an answer to something. I'm gonna do it to learn, because some people, they start, or don't start because they don't know. You know what I'm saying? And so for me, I'm gonna start. If I fail, I'm gonna learn my lesson and I'm gonna keep going. Some people, they start, they fail, and they stop.
What exact advice would you give to people who are like they're like venturing out, try to new things, trying to like learn and grow, and like trying to like do that development that you're talking about.
See, for me, I would say take the risk.
Okay.
Take the risk. Be okay with failing.
Mm-hmm.
Learn from it.
Okay.
And keep going. So don't be afraid to try new things. Don't be afraid to get out your comfort zone. Do not stay in your comfort zone, because you're never gonna grow. You always go think everything is right because you staying still. You're not trying new experiences. You're not listening to different perspectives, because, like I said, when it comes down to it, your perspective is different from my perspective.
Oh, we know.
You know what I'm saying?
We know.
And so that's why I gotta be open to listen to where you coming from, because me and you could have grew up differently. So let me hear from where you coming from, because maybe you could change how I think. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I'm just open to, you know what I'm saying, learning more, listening to people in that nature. So when it comes down to people, influences, do you think it matters who you be around?
I definitely think it does matter, simply because
Well, has it affected you?
yeah, I would say yes. I would definitely say yes. Like I said, like first getting to college, like some of those first friends that you make, like those are gonna be the most important people that you know. You know what I'm saying? Because those are gonna be because like the things that you do, those sometimes are gonna like, well, I say the people that you hang around sometimes, like the habits that they have, those will like become your habits also. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why it's very important, like the company that you keep, because
Yeah.
like you know that they just yeah.
So this is one thing I feel like is 10 times important.
Mm,
You have to know yourself.
okay.
Know who you are as a person.
Mm.
Because like I said,
Can I do you feel like you know who you are?
I know who I am at the moment. I cannot say I know for 100% who I am because I change every day. I grow every single day.
Okay, so you're saying like you know who you are in this very moment, but
Yeah,
in like 10 years from now, it
you're
might
right.
be a different. Okay, I
You're
got you.
right. So,
I got
and I feel like people, they learn new things about themselves every single day.
you. Mm,
So ain't nobody go just say 100%. Yeah, I know who I am. I'm this person, and I'm better than you.
mm,
It don't work like no.
mm.
You go. Everybody gonna fail. That's life. You know what I'm saying? But bring it back to mindset. The way you think is the way your life is gonna be. The way you think is the way your life is gonna be. So your mindset is your reality. Meaning that if I think, oh, I'm gonna get rich, or oh, I'm gonna get this car, you know what I'm saying? Then I already got that in my mind. What's next is how I'm gonna do it.
So you're a person like you believe in speaking to things into existence.
100%.
Okay.
With a bad mindset, you're not gonna get nowhere with it because you gonna be complaining all the time, arguing about all the time, and you never gonna have a clear path on how I'm gonna get to that goal, how I'm gonna get to where I wanna be at. Because you so stuck in, okay, I'm comfortable in my little space. And if somebody come to my space, then it's all chaos. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be okay with, like I said, for me, I like structure. I like, you know what I'm saying? I like my own space. But I'm open to bringing people in, listen to what's going on around me. Because like I said, at the end of the day, you gotta be willing to let people in, especially for the people that help you. Because people in different perspectives, they help shape your mindset as well, I think. Because for me, I'm 25, right? Probably a 40, 50-year old can speak some facts to me, some advice to me that when I reach that age, I know, or probably they wish they would have thought I knew, or they knew when they were 25. So, and like I said, for me, like I said, I'm 25, you 22. Do you think, or do you have something that like, okay, I wish I would have thought like this when I was 18?
I would definitely say, be patient with yourself. You know, because like I feel like um people nowadays that's our age, you know, they're trying to rush life. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to get into the position that they want to be into quickly, or they're trying to move too fast, or they're trying to make a decision just because you know they feel like they don't have that much time. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like just be patient with your decisions and try to just take one day at a time. You know, because things life comes at you fast. So the best thing for you to do is to slow it down as much as you need to. Like some people, they slow it down more than others. Some people, you know, they just slow it down a little bit because they can, you know, they can roll with the punches like that. So I would definitely say just be patient and wait your turn.
So at 18, you wasn't patient.
No, I definitely
Yeah,
wasn't.
I can attest to that. Because hey, 15, you already know how it was.
Yeah, man.
But I agree with that. Patience is a key. Communication is a key. Um, Being open minded is a key as well. Do not let someone tell you can't do something. You know what I'm saying? Be okay with failing. Be okay with not knowing the answers. Be okay with listening to other people's opinions, but do not let them or their opinion affect what you do. Cause I hate I see different things like for instance, people become famous, right? And you get people come in and oh this so and so this or this so and so. They don't know who you are. They don't know what you've been through. They don't know what you experienced. And so all they see is what they see on TV or stuff like that. And so those type of people, I don't know why they do it, but that's social media. You know what I'm saying? So you can't let social media influence on, okay, they saying I'm a bad person. So am I a bad person? You know who you are. You know the things you do. You know what you're here for. So once you know your purpose, know who you are, then have that mindset, that growth mindset to okay, what's next? You know what I'm saying? And so last question I want to ask you before we end it. In 5 years, in 5 years, what type of mindset do you think you'll have a different mindset in 5 years than you do now?
Yes, I think I would have a different mindset than I do now. You know what I'm saying? Because 5 years, that's a long amount of time. I don't think I think the same way that I did 5 years ago that I do now. So I definitely think in 5 years I'll be what 27, probably trying to make my way towards marriage.
So what you think
So
gonna affect that though? You having that change in mindset.
um, just experiences like
Mm.
day to day life, like things that you go through. Like the experiences. Like and I haven't met all the people that I'm gonna meet in my life, so
Yep.
I feel like that's another thing. Like it might be somebody that I'm meant to meet, and I end up meeting them, and they just end up changing my whole perspective on life. So you know,
Okay. I think for me, like some 25, 30,
mm,
I'm definitely gonna have a different mindset.
okay.
Um,
Probably have a couple kids by then.
but I think for me, like I said, experiences, people, just be open minded. Cause like I said, I'm open minded, so I'm just experiencing new things, traveling more. I think I know for 100% I'm gonna have a different mindset. So I appreciate for you being on the first episode.
Oh, bro,
Um,
anytime.
Thank y'all for tuning in to the first episode. Like I said, please tune in, like and subscribe because, like I said, we're gonna be talking about topics about life. And in the comment, make sure you comment what or why your mindset have changed. Whether it's a growth mindset or a fixed mindset. Why do your mindset matter? And so make sure you comment down below on what you think, what mindset is best. And like I said, tune in to the next. We'll get up with you.